Hello, collective, and thank you for choosing to watch my video today. I so much appreciate that. This is going to be a timeless reading, and it's really for timeless means it's for any time. So, even a year after it's posted, if you're drawn to this, then it applies to you. Um, One thing that I was kind of feeling today and I was channeling is I got a song, and the song is called Yellow, and it's from Coldplay. And it just talks about being a star, and it talks about having that attention on you and people watching you, not necessarily people watching you, but that the stars shine for you. It's like, look at the stars, look how they shine for you, and everything you do, my love, and they were called yellow. That's what I'm feeling for you. And definitely look up that song Coldplay. It's by Coldplay and it's called Yellow. And I can't remember when it came out, but I do remember hearing it when I was younger. Me and my brother, we used to listen to it all the time with our mom. It's very inspiring. It's extremely inspiring. So, what we're going to look at today is kind of how that plays out. And we're going to break this up into four areas. The first area is spiritual. So, spiritual messages, this is going to be your higher self. This is going to be messages from God, messages from angels, messages from ancestors, and like I said, your higher self. The second level, we're going to be looking into the emotional piece, and that is having to deal with your intuition and how it reflects onto you and everything. And then the third piece is the mental. So you're planning what's going on with your mind, how you're processing all of this. And then the last piece, we're going to look into actions, how this all plays out in the things that you are doing. And just remember, this is definitely a powerful energy. If this reading is drawn to you and you're drawn to it right now, you probably are coming into you're probably coming onto the stage of your life. Um, and the light is being shown on you. The stars are shining for you. So you're coming, it's kind of like because stars, we see them at nighttime. We don't necessarily see them during the day because the sun and the light from the sun, it kind of covers it out. So we see the stars at night. So something, probably things that you've been working on privately, whether that's within yourself, outside of yourself. This could be you working on a business. This could be you working on yourself, working on the inside of yourself, working on overcoming something, working on getting something, whatever it is. But it's finally having light on it, illuminated on it. The stars are shining on you. Okay. So let's go ahead and dive into the spiritual piece. Okay. Ooh. Okay, so the first thing that I want to kind of go into is we have the Queen of Pentacles here. And this is when we're talking about the spirituality and everything, messages coming in from your angels, your ancestors, your guides, your higher self. But we have this Queen of Pentacles. This is an energy of basically stability, stability with your finances, stability with your family, stability with your connections, wisdom, um, good morals here, just overall having things together and having things together enough where maybe you can give. You could probably have enough to give. You probably are very giving, but this is the center energy of what you're going through or who you are, the energy that we're paying attention to. At the base, we have your work. Eight of Pentacles, your work. So the stars are shining and they're shining on the things that you do, the things that you've been working on, like we said before. And then the King of Chalice is here and your emotional maturity. Your emotional maturity and also the maturity, it's reflected in your life of what's going on with your life. In the center energy, we have the Page of Pentacles. So this is a novice energy, something that you're doing new. Maybe having this spotlight on you is a new thing, so you're having to kind of like take it in, or people are watching, people are seeing you succeed, people are seeing you do something, be something. And this is new. Like it's not new for you to do it, but it's new for you to for people to be paying attention. It's justice. Justice in the past. Something balanced out. Something balanced out in your favor. There whatever injustices that were happening in your life, they balanced out. They really balanced out. And then we have the Star. Look at the stars. Look how they shine for you. The Star card. These are your beliefs. This is what you want to be, your hopes, your dreams. You came to it. And then you have the Chariot in the near future. This is very significant. We've gotten all major arcana so far. Moving towards something very fast. There's no more obstacles, and people are watching. That's why they're watching. What something may take somebody 5 years to do, you're doing it in a month. You're moving very, very fast. And then we have the Five of Wands. And then you go through another transformation. That's ultimately you're moving towards a whole nother transformation of some kind. What's hidden is your journey. That's what's hidden, your journey. People see the success, but they don't see the whole journey. They don't see everything that you go through, but they see the pieces that they want to pay attention to. Okay, hold on. Let me move this. So now we're going on to the second piece. And this piece is the emotional part. This is your intuition. This is conversation specifically with your higher self. This is how you feel, what you're going through in your heart. We might be able to pick up on some connections that you have with other people in this portion. So something's not getting a second chance. We have the Judgment upside down. Something is not getting a second chance. And that's going on with your heart here. You're moving on. The Hangman upside down. Whatever's not getting a second chance, you're also moving on from it. King of Wands upside down. It's a person who is very selfish. Somebody who's very selfish is not getting a second chance. Somebody who does things for themselves. They don't really think about other people, but it's a taker. It definitely is a taker. Um, somebody who's definitely a taker, caused a lot of anxiety. Nine of Swords upside down was very unfair, caused a lot of emotional anxiety here. And then we have the World card upside down. Things aren't necessarily fully finished. They don't feel finished, even though you're not giving even though the basis of this is not giving a second chance. It doesn't necessarily feel all over, and it's not. With the work, when we were talking about the spiritual piece and the work with the King of Chalices, this person pushed you to mature. This person pushed you to maturity. As far as with emotions, it's like they were there to really push you towards better, push you towards being a better you, really. It's not necessarily, and you can feel it's not necessarily over, because I feel like this person, everybody can see that the stars are shining on you. And this person is one of those people. And that will be the completion. Now we have in the center energy, we have the Knight of Pentacles. Underneath this Page of Pentacles, as far as spiritually, you're having to get used to all this light on you and all this attention, even though it's good. Underneath that, with the intuition, you know that something is coming. You know that this Knight of Pentacles is coming. You feel like this person is coming to make an offer of some kind to you. In the recent past, we have the Six of Cups. So going over the past, going over memories, your thoughts, along with the Five of Swords. So remembering emotionally what happened, remembering the times that this person hurt you, that this person, Five of Swords you, was very ruthless towards you, was very cold towards you. Let's see. Huncha says she was trying to manipulate me with magic, shake my head. It's a long story. I know it sounds wild. It's definitely a possibility because we have this Five of Swords in the recent past. It was very much, in the emotional pieces, remembering that. But there's a Wheel of Fortune right now. Everything is good. It's underneath the stars. Things are good. You're feeling good. You did go back in the past as far as feeling like, you know, you could feel this person coming, and maybe that's causing a bit of anxiety because this person really, really did hurt you in the past. And I feel an energy of, I don't want to go through that again. I don't want to deal with that again. But you're in the Wheel of Fortune here, as far as there's something fortunate for you. I don't know if this person may only be able to watch you, but they can't necessarily communicate with you somehow. And that may be it could be something as simple as their pride. It could be maybe their phone's not off. Uh, it could be maybe they're stuck in a place that they can't necessarily get out, but this person isn't able to really, uh, they're not really able to touch you. There was a balance with what happened in the past. And then in the near future, what's coming for you, is the Ten of Cups. That's emotional happiness. That's a happy home. Four of Pentacles. That's stability in that happy home, in that emotional peace. And then we have the Queen of Wands upside down. This is a bit of an energy that this person may come up because things are going so good. You still have them in your heart space. You will still be, even in happiness, you will still kind of be, immediately you will still be kind of thinking about this person. They will still be in your heart. People phase in and phase out. You don't just cut somebody off and they're gone. Emotionally, you may have a bit of, I'll be honest with you, you may have a bit of PTSD a little bit, because we have that Nine of Cups upside down. So while everything is going good, I do still see a little bit of PTSD. You may not be able to be ready for the same type of connection that you were trying to have with this person right away. I'm sorry, the type of connection, like, so if you were in a relationship with this person, a romantic relationship, and then you want to be in a romantic relationship with somebody else, you may not be ready right away. There may have to be some releasing of the PTSD and everything, because a little bit of the baggage of that relationship is going to be carried over. So you want to first release that. Yeah, you want to first release that because you don't want PTSD from somebody that harmed you to come back and ruin a relationship with somebody that is not going to do you the same way. Because here, this is you matching this person's energy with this Queen of Wands upside down, at least emotionally, a little bit until you can heal all the way from that. And this is just with your emotions. This is an energetic match. The King and the Queen of Wands upside down. Toxic with each other and toxic with other people. So you want to be careful of that. So, yeah. And that's not what you want. You don't want to be that. You don't want to become that. You don't want somebody to make you into something that you don't want to be. So you want to heal. Don't let somebody else who may have hurt you or put pain on you, don't let them alter you. You have very, very good, very, very good karma for you. You have good karma, you have good energy, you have good things coming towards you. There's a lot of attention on you and good attention as far as people are trying to figure out what you're doing, all that kind of stuff. So you want to make sure that your emotional health is doing great, okay? So now we're going to move into the third piece, which is the mental. And the mental is going to be kind of how you're processing things. It's also going to be planning. It's going to be just how you're mentally handling all of this attention. So we have Seven of Pentacles upside down. The basis is trying to grow something, and Seven of Swords upside down. So trying to grow something that was not growable. That's the basis. This is where your mind is at. That's not growable, and trying to hide it, keep it hidden with the sun upside down. Something about a Ten of Pentacles upside down here. Huh. Okay. And we have the center energy rejuvenation, forgiveness of self, moving on, having a second chance. So in the past, you've had some failures. You've had some failures in the past. Um, I'm seeing having some failures, even with trying to, if this is about business, maybe trying to start a business in the past, and it didn't work out. It was more of a lesson. Failure doesn't really exist, it's just lessons. But it didn't work out, or trying to build a family with somebody and it didn't work out, trying to do something and it didn't work out. This is a little bit at the base of your mind. You're not really trying to really think about that too much. I feel like there's a little bit of hidden stuff. You're trying to hide that. But this is your second chance. I mean, this is your story. You know what I mean? Rejuvenation, starting over. Failure in the past doesn't mean failure in the future. Failure in the past means more knowledge in the future, knowing what to do, knowing how to be, knowing how to succeed. And Two of Pentacles in the past here. Things weren't necessarily balanced. That's what you're thinking. Had to juggle a lot. You took on a lot of responsibilities. I'm feeling for a lot of you, if there was like a working with somebody else or working in a group, you took on most of the responsibilities. And the responsibilities were supposed to be more evenly spread out, like I do this, you do that, I'll do 50, you do 50%, or even if I do 40%, you at least, or even if I do 60, you have to do 40. I'm thinking that it was more like the person was doing 5 on a good day. They were doing 5% on a really busy day, and you were doing 95% of the work, and it was too much. You got overloaded, and whatever you are trying to work on, it didn't move forward. And this is something that you were processing in the past. Now, right now is the Nine of Pentacles. There's an offer of some kind. Knight of Pentacles is offering something. This offer has to deal with this second chance. Maybe maybe somebody else is trying to work with you, but this is a person that is going to give 50-50. You know what I mean? They're not going to do 5%. They're going to do 50. I mean, if they're sick at some point in time, they may do 30 or 40 if they get sick or something, but they're really in it. The Knight of Pentacles is the most stable knight in the deck. That's the stablest. He's sure-footed. Every step he takes is forward. He doesn't necessarily take a step back. He is the slowest knight in the deck. So he takes his time, but he gets to his destination. When he gets there, he gets there. And this person has the third pentacle. So here we have the two. You were at the Two of Pentacles in the past. This person has a third pentacle. This person has something that you need for the next step. That's why they're offering. This person has really something that you need. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles, and they're both upside down. So this is more going into what we're talking about, this Ten of Pentacles. And this is a bit of the warning here. If you are hyper independent, you're going to lose out on this ace. This is a good offer. You want to definitely not let the past, being lied to in the past, don't let it determine your future. It's a good offer. It's big. It's really good fortune. It's a good offer. I mean, we are in Mercury retrograde. So, I mean, I wouldn't sign any contracts or anything. I'd think about it, but don't shut it down necessarily. Try not to shut it down with this Ace of Pentacles upside down. That's something that's something not starting. And the reason is because of the Nine of Pentacles upside down. That's hyper independence here, wanting to do everything by yourself. And technically, yes, in the past, you were doing everything by yourself, independently, when you were working in a group. And you kind of feel like, if this is what working in a group is like, I'd rather just do it by myself than I'd just rather continue. But the problem is, whatever it is, it's so much that it's so much that you need somebody to help so that you can push to the next level. And that's very important to know. And then we have the Page of Cups ultimately. And this is a message. This is an emotional message. This is an innocent message. This is a message coming from the heart. Let's see what the Page of Cups is saying. Based on something that was hidden, the Moon upside down, trying to hide something. Here we go again. And the Temperance, to balance things out, hiding how much things are balanced within yourself. The Hermit. Nine of Swords upside down. This is anxiety. This is your inner anxiety. So eventually, basically what the Page of Cups is saying is you're going to come to a point where you can talk. You need to talk to somebody. You have anxiety about this King of Wands upside down. Once again, we have the King of Wands upside down, and he's coming out with the Nine of Swords. These are your emotions and how you're processing, and you need to and processing them mentally. It's causing you lack of focus. and the Five of Swords, causing you to have lack of focus and ruthlessness, because that's what this person had. This person didn't have focus or ruthlessness. I mean, this person didn't have focus, but they did have ruthlessness. And the anxiety that you have from dealing with this person is causing you to have lack of focus and ruthlessness. And it didn't work out with this person. Ace of Cups upside down. That's a love lost. But now you have a partnership. The Lovers. You have the choice. This is a choice into a partnership. This isn't a guarantee. It's not the Two of Cups. Two of Cups talks about people already in a partnership. This talks about the choice of a partnership, whether you want to be with somebody in a relationship or whether you want to be with somebody in business. But this is a partnership of some kind. They choosing to be together. They're choosing to work together, and everything comes together. They fit like puzzle pieces. Even their cats like each other. And then you can have this Ten of Cups in the near future. Mentally and emotionally, you can have that. And then we have the Queen of Cups. Queen of Pentacles upside down. So this is a figure at the end, and this is where your mind goes to, because as you are coming to this point of processing the relationship that you had with this past person, you come to this point, and that's the Queen of Pentacles upside down. This person is on your mind. This person, Capricorn energy, but doesn't have to be a Capricorn. It is Queen energy, but doesn't have to be a male or a female. But it is somebody who has abundance. They have resources. They have wisdom. And because she's upside down, she uses it for foul play. She uses her wisdom for foul play. She uses her resources for foul play to manipulate, and to, so it'd be like somebody who, I'm gonna give you $50, and for this $50, I need you to I need you to rebuild my house for $50, but I give you $50. You know what I mean? They're very much in this energy. So this is something that's going to be prominent. So we have and the reason is this person is actually very obsessive. Page of Swords upside down. They're extremely obsessive because somebody's walking away. And then we have the Nine of Wands upside down. They're no longer trying to stand up for the relationship. They're running away. They're walking away. And so it's triggering this person to, and this is ultimately because as you heal, this is what this person, the energetically, it's going to trigger this person to be like, okay, I don't feel their energy around me. I don't feel that I have a pull. I'm going to have to do something. Center energy, the High Priest. What did I just say? You're walking away. The number 5. You're entering something else completely. You're entering a whole nother contract with somebody else that actually mutually is beneficial. That is actually mutually beneficial. You're moving on. You're going into something else. This person is watching you. I mean, this is why the stars are on you, right? The stars are on you and the light is on you. Page of Wands. In the past, you wanted a lot. This is a bright person, bright in the mind, bright in their desires, innocent in their desires, uh, walking into life, walking into something. This person kind of brought you into you did something new that you always wanted to do. This might have been a first relationship. You know what I mean? This might have been the first time that you had your business, you know? This might have been the first time for something, but you had it with this person. And that's part of the reason why you're kind of reacting the way that you are to it, because it is a first. It's not a second. It's not like you had a good experience in this area and then you had a negative experience. You had a negative experience first. And so the new experience that's going to be good is hard to be trusting of it. And that's why right now we have this 5 of Wands. That's competition, that's competitive, that's agitation here. This is the competition and the fighting card. Fighting against something, kind of arguments. What I'm feeling off of this card is agitation, kind of like fireworks. You know, everything is calm, but just on the surface. That's actually what I'm feeling. This could be the other person. This could be that Queen of Pentacles upside down. They're calm on the surface. They kind of saw you. This person might be a little older than you, because I think that they saw you a little bit as they saw you inexperienced in something, and they kind of try to take advantage of that. Right now they're trying to keep calm, but it's only on the surface. Things aren't moving forward for them. The Hanged Man. They're feeling stuck, and they're feeling like they don't have any power. It's going to end up being a 2 of Swords. I mean, eventually you guys are going to walk away out of each other's lives, but they're feeling a 2 of Swords, right? Ultimately. And that's the 2 of Swords upside down. What I'm feeling off of that is they're cutting something out, or they get cut out. There's a lot that gets cut out of their life. And that's also arguments too. That's fighting, battling, trying to balance the light and the dark, the higher self, the lower self, all that kind of stuff. They're kind of fighting against that. They're fighting against their dark night of the soul, but ultimately it finds you anyway. Hi, Charlie. I'm doing good. How are you? Oh, yeah, probably karma. She did me shady. Yeah, Honcho. Yeah, it's karma. Probably karma. Okay, so now we're going to get to the last part of the reading. And this part is going to be, we're going to look at how everything is going to kind of play out in the physical, because we went to the spiritual, we went to the emotional, we went to the mental, and now we're going to get into the physical, which is what's going to happen exactly, like who's going to do what. I want to focus on your energy, but yeah, who's going to do what, what's going to happen. Okay, so this is based off of a Strength card upside down. So that can go one of 2 ways. I'm feeling there's a lack of strength and a loss of some kind. Lack of strength and a loss. And then we have the World. So this is the ending of something that ends. And this is the basis. As far as not having the strength to get through the loss, that whole thing is coming to an end. With the 7 of Swords, things are missing. I mean, not missing. things are hidden. Some things might be missing though, but we have Seven of Swords. Things are hidden. The fact that you are, when you decided to move on, how you decided to move off of this loss of some kind, that piece, your graduation piece, was hidden. Son of Swords, Spirit hid it. Spirit didn't say anything about it. Nine of Wands upside down, nothing about it. And then all of a sudden, Ten of Cups here. That's what people see. Happiness, peace. They don't see your journey. They see when you hit the goal. There's a lot of protection spiritually here. A lot of protection. So if anybody is sending anything towards you or anything, there's a lot of protection. Spirit has a lot of protection against that. Your journey, your healing journey, is something that's really been hidden on how you get there. God of Swords, which is the King of Swords, the air energy, Aquarius energy, very calculative, the judge of the deck, the judge. Very smart, very intelligent, planner. This is your energy. Mastery of the mind here. All of it was calculated. You know what I mean? All of it, whatever you have in your mind, whatever your judgment is, it's correct. No matter how harsh it seems, no matter how cutthroat it seems, no matter how cold, no matter how happy it is, no matter how positive, no matter how negative, whatever it is, it's correct. That's what this means. Cutting off that person is correct. I like to say that between the King and the Queen of Swords, the Queen, she does cut people off, and she has her sword, and she tries to kind of like, when she cuts people off, like, and she might cut them or whatever, you know what I mean? She'll cut them, she might cut off a finger or whatever, but the God of Swords will cut a head off with one swing. Okay? And it's done. That's the energy that you are in, because you don't have enough time to really, this is what I'm feeling off this card, off of this energy, is you don't have enough time to really stick around and deal with the BS. And then we have the Emperor upside down. This is in the past. So the Emperor upside down, this is talking about somebody who's a bit of a tyrant energy. So when I say tyrant, I also mean, because they are an emperor, they had some sort of power. They had some level of power. And I don't know, for some of you, you may have given this person a sense of more power than they really had, just to see what they would do with it. But this is unfair judgment. This is somebody making decisions for themselves. This could be like the head of a company that makes decision for themselves. Um, Disregarding their employees, disregarding the customers or the clients or any of that. Like, they're just going to go and they're going to pull out thousands of dollars in the company. They don't care if people get their paychecks or not. If it's in a relationship, this is going to be somebody who does not consider you at all. This is definitely, how they talk about toxic masculinity. The Emperor upside down is toxic masculinity. And when I talk about masculinity, I don't just mean men. I do mean women as well. Men or women, if they're operating in this energy. But this is a tyrant. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune here. Here's the thing. They taught you a lesson. They taught you a lesson. You needed to learn this lesson. You needed to kind of go through this so that you can overcome inside of yourself whatever it was that made you attracted to this person, so that you can learn some of the signs, because I do see that they saw you as a novice. They saw you as a bit of easy prey in some sense for their behavior. I'm not saying that they didn't care about you. I do feel that they probably cared about you as much as they could. It's just they don't really have the capacity to care about anybody really. But what was a wheel of fortune also, it's almost like something that this person did or one decision that they did, even though they didn't consider you, and it was selfish and it was so rude and it was so ruthless, somehow it worked out in your favor. There's something coming in out of that. You know what I mean? And sometimes things happen like that. Sometimes people think that they're hurting somebody, but ultimately how it turns out is it might give them like an opportunity. It's like if this is a boss, and I'm just going to say this, if this is a boss and let's give an example of they start yelling at their employee, and let's say it's customer service and you're trying to service a customer or whatever, and then they yell at you and they berate you right in front of the employee because they were in traffic that day and they were in a bad mood, and it was horrible and it was embarrassing, and the boss walks away, and the customer that saw that says, "Guess what? I'm actually a business owner and I'll pay you even more to work for me so you don't have to deal with this." If this person treated you wrong in a relationship, they could have treated you so wrong and done so many bad things to you and everything and been selfish. Guess what? There's somebody else that's like, "I saw how this person treated you and it wasn't right. Let me help you leave this person or let me help you whatever, whatever, or I may know somebody else." And I'm just saying it for real. Like whatever it was this person did, they didn't intend for you to have a wheel of fortune, but it ended up with you having a wheel of fortune of some kind. So we have the Hierophant right now, and the Hierophant is upside down. Once again, we have the Hierophant. So this is you're not moving forward with something new. And that's not bad. That's probably good because we're in Mercury retrograde. You don't necessarily want to get into any new contracts with people. You don't want to get into any new commitments or relationships or whatever. Not right now. You want to think about it. At this time, you want to think about it during Mercury retrograde. After Mercury retrograde, then you can go ahead and sign a contract and sign a this. It could be it is a good deal. I'm gonna say I do feel like it's a good deal because we've been talking about it. Whatever it is, it's a wish fulfillment of some kind. It's going to be great. It's going to take you to the next levels and everything. But if you sign a contract now and you get into it now, there's going to be something that in that contract that's not going to be right for you. So, and it's just because of the time with Mercury retrograde. After Mercury retrograde, think about it right now. After Mercury retrograde, then you look at the contract again and say, you know what, I know that I said, you can pay me this amount of money, but I actually need, a dollar or two more. Or I know you said you wanted to go out with me and you want to go out here or whatever, but I got this, and this, so I'd like to go here or something like that. You know what I mean? Whatever it is, just don't agree to anything. Don't fully agree to anything right now. Say you'll think about it. Don't say yes and don't say no. Just say you'll think about it and then think about it. Okay. And in the near future, which is going to still be in this Mercury retrograde energy, we have the Tower upside down along with the Two of Swords upside down. Okay. And I know this is a timeless reading. I just put this in my head right now. I know it is a timeless reading. I should probably put a timeless Mercury retrograde reading, but we have the Tower upside down along with the Two of Swords upside down. Once again, the Tower is something is about to come down. Some sort of structure is about to come down. So even with this reading, let's say even if we weren't in Mercury retrograde, what You don't want to sign this right now because something is coming down. There's some piece coming into play, and it's not happening right at this second. It may take a few weeks. It may take a few weeks. For the Two of Swords, this could take 2 days, possibly 2 weeks, 2 days. For some, depending on when, it could be 2 hours, 2 hours, 2 days, 2 weeks. But for a tower to come down, it's not coming down right now. So towers are structures. So these are structures, maybe the way that people are thinking. This could be people working together. This could be a business. This could be a relationship. This could be a deal of some kind. Whatever it is, it's a structure of some kind. Um, and it's delayed on coming down. It hasn't came down all the way yet because whoever owns this tower or whoever has it is working their butt off to try and keep it up. They're working their butt off to try and prevent it from falling down. But eventually, towers, when we have the tower card, you can only do so much to keep it up for so long. Eventually, it does come down. And in fact, the more that you put in trying to keep it up, the harder that crash is going to be. There may be something, what I'm feeling, there may be something. And when we're talking about with this, especially with this Emperor energy, somebody did something very nasty to you and it ended up working in your favor. There's something changing in your life. There's something, this is definitely on the outside, but this is also for you. There's something that you're holding on to and it's coming down. This has to come down first before you're ready to sign off on something. And then we have the moon right side up. Ultimately, it all gets revealed. You get revealed. This is nighttime. This is when the stars shine for you. And if you notice, she's she's walking through the ocean. The stars are shining for her, the ocean is parting for her, and the moon is right there, lighting her way, guiding her. It's scary because it's like, what if I walk in here and then you just decide to put the ocean back? So she has to trust. She has to trust in spirit and she has to trust on her path, that her path is meant for her. And that's ultimately what it all comes down to. Wow. This is beautiful. This is literally like somebody gave you lemons and it's sour and you're like, and it turned into lemonade. Wow. Okay. All right. Well, that is the end of this reading. I'm going to take a break and probably come back to do my divine femme and my divine masculine reading. But I thank you guys so much for coming onto my video, watching me, and I will see you next time. Okay. Bye bye.